Hi, it's Christine from Christine and Celeste, and I was inspired to make this video from Courtney from Lantern Light Tarot. It's a new channel on YouTube, and I think she's made 3 videos so far, and I like what she has to say. So please, follow the link below and go and see what she has to say about cards. I like it. Um, so yes, the video that really talked to me was a video about the Alana Fairchild decks. She said that she bought one and then she bought many, and then she saw that the Lightworker Oracle was coming out and she thought about buying it, and then so hang on, I'm not using the others. Let's try the others first that I bought and use them. Basically, that's how it went. And then she did, and she realized that actually she didn't like many of them, or she didn't resonate with them. And this is always personal. Sometimes the deck is bad. Let's say it's bad. But sometimes the deck is good, and you see the artwork and you feel, wow, this is going to be so me. I'm going to get it, work with it, and then it gets here, and you try and work with it, and nothing. You leave it on the side, try again, nothing. You love the artwork, you love the concept, everything, and it just doesn't talk to you, and there's nothing you can do about it, I don't think. So, except trading it. So anyway, her Alana Fairchild video prompted me to do this one, and in no case this is bashing or anything. I will just give my impression on a couple of decks that I bought from Alana Fairchild. She actually made one of my favorite oracles. But I'm not a big fan either, I must say, and I will say why going through it. But we can start first with the Isis Oracle. I did a review, I think, of it, and I don't have it anymore because I didn't like the artwork. I like the concept of Isis, and I did want to work with her. However, I found that it was, I don't know, I think it was more like a Hollywood movie type depiction and more Roman than Egyptian, and it just didn't suit me. I felt like, yeah, I was in a Roman peplum movie, and I just didn't connect at all, so I sold it. Then I had the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle, and this is one of my favorites. However, I had another issue with it. Oh my god! And this hasn't got anything to do with Anna Fairchild, actually. It was because of the publisher, who is, I should know, Blue Angel, because I contacted them. Blue Angel. And you see, they've made 2 versions of this deck. So they made the normal edition and the pocket edition. And now the normal edition it's very big pictures, they're beautiful. However, they've got these huge titles across the card. Not only the titles are huge, they're full of words. It takes the whole, and to me, words on a card just doesn't work for me. So I thought, oh, what am I going to do? I love the book, right? I loved reading the book and all that, but I thought, okay, I'm not using it. Once again, I'm not using it because of, if something annoys me on the cards, I somehow, my psyche goes, you're not going to use it. So I didn't use it, and I loved it. So then I saw the pocket edition was out, and with the pocket edition, there's nothing written on the cards. Here is the pocket edition. So I sold the other one, the big one, and I got the pocket edition. So it's pretty much smaller. Do I have a regular deck? Oh, let me show you. Here. So I didn't get that ready for the size. That's the Tarot of the Old Path, right? That's a regular AGM card. And that is the size. So it's not that mini, right? It's just shorter actually, but it's as large, and I like this. It's not too thin, you know me and thin cards, right? Um, so I rebought it as a mini edition. However, be warned, with the mini edition you don't get any booklet. No. What happens is that the title is at the back, and then there's this at the back of each card. Now, I'm not a fan of that either, but it's at the back, right? And at least when I pick a card, because I've noticed actually all this title, all this writing, it stops my intuition. And I have cards. Yes, I love reading about it, and it gives me, you know, a way to go about things. But first of all, it's my intuition, and this stopped my intuition. So I had the choice between the big cards and have a great book with it, and I couldn't sell the cards without the book, or the small cards and no book. So I contacted Blue Angel and I said, "Hello, Blue Angel, do you sell the book by PDF?" It was a flat no. They answered very fast, must I say, but it was a flat no. And I think it's a shame, because this is actually one of the decks who had like the book. So now I have the deck that I want, and but I'm gonna go for the moment with what's at the back. I think it's gonna be enough to put me in the direction I need if I'm stuck with one card. One thing I love about this deck is that the artist, who's Chinese, Wang Yugyong, right? And what I love about this deck is that the artist, she's consistent in her artwork, and which I really appreciate. I mean, you know these cards, I'm not gonna go through them, but I love that everything. It just triggers my imagination, this without the words now. You see, look at that. It's like the grandparents here with the child, and there's the sky behind, maybe some sea too, and maybe they're looking at the water, and the grandparents are going in different directions, and we've got the child in the middle here. And I don't know, I find it just, it talks to me, it's exquisite. Well, at first I thought, oh, what's this kind of artwork? I don't understand it. Yes, because the names these phrases were right onto the cards, and obviously all these flying people, you think, oh, what? But I like flying people. I find it's exquisite art. I find it gives me meanings I want, and yeah, I've lost a little bit on Alana's book, but I just couldn't stand the words on it, so now I'm using it. Then, not long ago, and what I like is that really you can draw them in any way. That's, they're so versatile now without keywords. I'm like, oh, which way should it go? Well, it goes the way I draw it. And I find that wonderful without the keyword. Now, they're all flying Chinese families. It's and some kind of bulls too. But there's one card that's so different, and that's part of, what I don't like about Alana Fairchild's decks, is that even the negative there's a positive spin, such a positive spin on things that it's a hug deck. It just hugs you, but hugging is fine, but at the same time, I don't know, you can really read with it, with all this positive spin on everything, without dark, there would be no light. And I'm not saying that it's got to be dark too, but just one card. There's an addition of one card is in this deck that I really love. You know, this one. And it's so different from all the others. And at least I have one card in there that tells me, careful, your money is drying out, your intuition's drying out. You know, nobody's flying about on this one. But there's no others. I don't find any other. I mean, even going through it now quickly, I don't find any other card that could have a negative, more heavy, earthy negative connotation than this one. And I'm glad that this one was added, although it doesn't really go with all the artwork. And it's called Oasis of Hope. You see, everything's so positive. No, when the earth where I live looks like this and the rivers have dried, which is the case right now. We haven't had any rain for 1 month and we've had extreme heat. It's not an oasis of hope, it's desolation. So that's why I didn't want any cards on it. Maybe because although I like the light a lot, I'm down to earth, and life is not an oasis of hope when there's no money, no food, no water. I'm sorry, it's not. But then you're gonna tell me, so why buy Helena Fairchild's decks? Well, because I know that she's linked and she does inspired writing. I think she talks to guides and whoever, and it's always interesting to see and share what comes from inspired writing, right? This is why I buy from her. However, I always wonder how she could churn out so many decks. She must be meditating all day. So, this is, I could call it my baby. It is. And honestly, selling the big version just kind of broke my heart because I sold it to buy this one and I was like, oh, you know, this is, I haven't done, you know, my soul oracles, but I think I should because this is part of it, especially now because, you know, I can turn the cards any way I want and every time they do mean something different to me. I really like the mini deck version. So yeah, so there's not much at the back, but it will be enough, you know, to have this hug from Helena Fairchild. So this is really a deck I love. And then with this deck, I saw that somebody used it with the Starchild, the Akashic version of the Starchild Tarot, the borderless one. And I must say, let me show you. I must say that it goes fine together. Let's say that, you know, just a card like this, let's say the Nine of Cups. I mean, the Starchild is just nice looking people standing there in violet backgrounds, being all illuminated, which I love too, which I love. But then with the Kuan Yin, it seems to bring some movement to it. And I like that. It adds the movement that lacks in this deck. So to me, they go really well together. And especially with the mini version now, it goes with the borderless edition pretty well. So I use them together. So now they're mates, these two. And so I'm glad that I insisted. You see, you have to know why you don't use certain decks. You have to find out because, you know, I don't believe we just buy to buy. Otherwise, we have an issue here. Well, some people might, but then, you know, you need to look into why you need to buy all the time. But I put myself in it, right? But then I've noticed sometimes that I don't use a deck because the border annoys me, or the copyright annoys me, or um, there's all the writing, like the Kuan Yin. I love this deck, but I couldn't use it with this big writing, and it cut off the picture. It was not right at the bottom. You see what I mean? So maybe to you it doesn't bother you. That's fine, but it did bother me. Moving on with Alana Fairchild, the Rumi Oracle. Beautiful box, beautiful oracle. The artwork is by Rasuli, and I'm not going to do a review at all. Once again, it's just to talk about my experience. But Maha from Maha Treasures Box has done quite a nice little review of it. Basically, it's another Fairchild. She always connected with Rumi, and she went to Turkey and then had an experience there, and then made this deck. However, what can I say? I love the art, right? I really do, and this is why I bought it, because I know Rumi is a poet. I know this. I don't know a lot more. And poetry is nice. It's inspiring. It's another way to get closer to your divine self, to write poetry, isn't it? So I bought it. Love the artwork. I'm a fan of Alana Fairchild writing, although it's a bit too positive sometimes for me. And honestly, I don't believe that guides and whoever she talks to are always positive. Sometimes they put you in your place, which is right in a gentle way. They're always gentle, but they don't always agree with you. I know, because I have talking matches with them. But anyway, that's another video. And you will see that the art is, first of all, they made the art match, you see, the themes, I think. And I don't know how it happened. I'm not sure if, how, if it's Alana's Fairchild who contacted the painter, or if it's the publisher that proposed that to Alana Fairchild, and I don't know, but I think it doesn't work together at all. I don't like it together at all. So I thought, okay, maybe it's the borders. So I got rid of the borders. It's a really easy deck to take the borders off, because the titles and everything are at the bottom. So they looked better already. Not that the borders were bad, they just weren't good for this art. The color wasn't good. The backs are beautiful, like the box, even trimmed, it's nice. But I must say, there's 3 parts in the art. So there's the grotto part, I call it, and it's absolutely amazing. This is like a little bit like the art I like to make with wax, encaustic wax, and it's just sorry about it's shiny. The cards are very, very shiny. It's like you just see brush strokes, but if you start looking, you see all these people and these lights and these beings, and I find these are overwhelming. I really do. I love this art. And that's why I'm making a video, because if it's a deck I didn't like, I would just trade it, sell it, and that'd be it. But look at this. See, it takes you time to get into the dark and light of it, to get into the painting. And same here, but I'm not going to spend too long. But here is what I call the grotto paintings. Right? So they are just beautiful, and this is why I don't know what to do with this deck yet. Right? This is it. Then you come out and then you have the bold paintings. See? They're completely different. And in the deck, it annoys me when the art is not consistent. It's just not consistent. It's beautiful again, and it's another style, and it's the style I love too. It just doesn't go with the other style, right? I mean, this painter is a gifted one, I must admit. Um, I do like his paintings a lot, right? So that's that. Then there's the goddess, hair flowing and flying to the light. And these, one is okay. You know, there's about how many of them? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, about 15, 16 of them. And that's when I get bored, right? Long dresses, I mean, impossible long legs, impossible long hair. Not that it's not beautiful, it's just like, how many of the same do you need? You see, that's where, when the art is made to match the theme of the card, that's where it doesn't work. It's all the same. Yeah, if you saw an exhibition, I'm sure you would say, oh, they're all so different. But in a pack of cards, somehow, I mean, look at that. You know, it is beautiful, but can you relate? So I don't know what to do with this deck. I'm at loss. I like it. And I could read it intuitive, but meaning this, it means I would have to cut that off, which I can easily. Just cut the name off and just read with intuition. And then get rid of, you know, a couple of, at least 10 of the floating women with long hair and long skirt, long dress, and because, yeah. So it doesn't work. The art is beautiful. The book is Alana Fairchild, and I love that in it she puts rituals. She calls them sacred, honoring rituals, and it's just a great book. However, I can't see the link, and I really tried, and especially watching Maha's video that was so excited about the deck, and then watching Courtney, who, you know, had a different opinion, and I'm just torn with this one because I like the deck. I just don't like how it was made. I think how it was made to fit, because to me it doesn't fit. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of that and keep it as an oracle deck, and use Alana Fairchild's book, just some rituals in it and some prayers. I like she's got beautiful prayers which I will use, but the rest, you know, all the writing in between, you know, you are the chosen one, it's just not for me. So I'm so about it, right? I have to be honest. Sorry, I have to move. I lifted quite a few boxes all week and my lower back is a bit... Now, which takes me to one that I really don't know what to do with either, because that's the one that triggered everything, just like Courtney. It's the Lightworker Oracle. What can I say? I might offend some people with it, but you know, this is only my opinion. This deck sold, I'm sure, very fine, and it's not because I put my opinion out there that it's not, you know, it's not gonna sell at all. So here is the box, right? And it says guidance and empowerment for those who love the light. I love the light. The artwork is by, have they taken it off the box? No, Mario Duguay. And I like the concept of it, right? So I like the concept of working with the light. Then I open the deck and how can I put it in a nice way, because I'm not here to dish anyone, but I felt like I was opening an updated Christian view of things. I don't know. I don't like the artwork at all. I just don't like it. Now, it doesn't take away from I can't even draw that. So, I won't. I won't. Tell anyone that their art is awful. No, I just don't like it. It's beautiful art, but I mean, just I don't know. I don't like the faces. I don't like the. I mean, if I went to a modern Christian church, that's what I would see. And yeah. So probably, I don't know if this artist probably had these drawings out before, or these paintings out before the deck was created, probably, and then they made it fit. I mean, look, even Dark Angel is so light. No, look, everybody's looks perfect, and look at that. I don't know. It's like this new age art with a Christian twist in it. It might work for you, and I hope it does, because but I basically don't think I can work with it. And I knew about the art, it's just that seeing it for real, it just didn't work for me. Now we go with the themes, and some seem like a life path, but I was thinking, do I really need a life path card? And let's say I choose this life path card and I shuffle the deck, and what do I get with it? Let's try and see if it tells me anything about my life path. Oh yeah, there's one that jumped. Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. So that's another thing with her decks. You have to go and look in the booklet, but I don't know, the faces are weird, and I don't know. So let's look at it, because I can't, I don't want to put it down. I just want to say why I don't like it. What does she say? Let me hold the card for you. Right. It has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. Yeah. Now, once again, there's an invocation, and I like that. You see, that's the part in the books that I always like in Helena Fairchild. I think the power of prayer, invocation, is just so real to me. And this is the part that, this is why I'm torn, because I like her suggestion. I don't like her cards much in a way, and her interpretations. It's too huggy for me too, but I like her invocations, and I like her prayers, and I just don't like the way it's all put together. I think it just, to me, I mean, this is not a ray of knowledge. Look at them; they don't look. Once again, if I read this card, right, I take that away. Right, I would read it completely differently. I think, to me, this woman, it looks like she incarnated in a problem family, right? And she's here to lighten her family and bring some knowledge to them. So I just don't see it as what they say. I don't see any archangel. I don't see. It doesn't fit. It doesn't match. I try to make it fit, and if you try to make it fit, then you lie. See, because that's the problem with some readers. And but it's normal. I'm not putting readers down. It's normal. Is that when you're not sure, you're trying to make it fit, because it's a natural way of dealing with things, isn't it? A human way to deal with things. And by using this deck, I would be so trying to make it fit that I think I will have to sell it. I'm gonna have to look at it again a couple of times, but honestly, the Room Miracle is different. I love the art. I find it exquisite. But this one, I mean, Wisdom of the Divine Feminine, to me, she's got evil eyes. I don't know. I just. What do you think? And she's got fire on her head, like she's more evil. I don't know. It does. It's like when, yeah, yeah. It's like when spirituality, how do you call it? Sects, groups that are unhealthy groups. I find that this is unhealthy, and I don't know why. I don't normally feel like this. Um, it's like these occult groups that are weird, and I feel there's a feeling about these cards, and I just don't like it. So I've made my point. If you have it and you enjoy them, please make these videos so I can see what it is. Maybe my eyes are not correctly seeing these cards. Moving on. Then I was wondering, what to me would make something more like a more spiritual draw. So obviously, I won't go into the chakras and the aura and everything and the archangels, but just a regular without all these light and stuff, and that just overwhelms me. I don't get it. I thought I would, and actually I'm probably not a light worker because I don't get it. I don't Yeah, I don't get it. So I tried with how is it called in English, this deck? The Algariel divination cards, I suppose, which is a French deck. It's, I love this deck, and I keep talking about it because he's a young guy, Alcide Nathanael, and he made this 32 card deck. He's very talented. And when you first look at them, you think, oh dear, they all look brown, and you're not too sure about them. And when you start discovering them, they're just absolutely mind-blowing. Now, what I love about it, and I should have paid it more attention about just the name of Lightworker. He doesn't do fashion, what's in fashion cards. He doesn't do angels. He doesn't do ascended masters or whatever's in fashion this year in cards, or Akasha or whatever. No, he just had dreams, and he painted his dreams, and it turns out that his dreams universally speak to people, right? Because he's a gifted young man. So I thought, I haven't spoken to my guide all week. I just said hello and goodbye because I've been really busy. So I wanted to take some time today to talk to him, but I'm so exhausted. I can't even bear meditating today. So I thought I'll pick a couple of cards. It's easier for me to do it that way. And I thought straight away about this deck, right? So these are the cards I picked. How do you see them? Yeah. So I asked my guide, what do you want me to know today? We haven't discussed all week, and it's card 30 and 7. So it's the work card. It's wheat, right? When the wheat is ready, and the candle. It's number 7, 30 and 7. So he told me here, it's time soon. You need to go working with your spiritual path, as in divination, as in scrying. I think he's gonna tell me. He keeps telling me to scry, and I'm like, I'm too tired. I can't do it. Yeah, we have discussions. So these are the two cards I picked. And once again, I was amazed, and you see how simple. There's no like crazy messages with angel of lights and whatever. I think maybe it's just not for me all that. Maybe I'm just, I'm a simple person, and I think with simpler things I can get a lot from it. So I got these two cards, and then I thought, okay, but I want to know more, get into that field, fine. I was a tarot reader for your professional in between jobs. I did that for you. I did fairs and worked in a shop and all that, and markets, and I went at people's homes. I did a home visit. So but this is not something I want to do again. So if I ever do it, I want to do it in a different way. So he's pushing me again with the cards. He's telling me, come on, go and do it. So I asked for more information, and another deck that I recently bought, somebody was selling on Facebook, and I'd been wanting this deck for a while, but it's just going through the list. It takes time because every month, I have to limit myself. And it's the Earthbound Oracle. And I thought I'll try the Earthbound Oracle because I haven't really used it since I got it recently. Now there's no guidebook, so that's that. There's no hugs and whatever. There's nothing with it. Oh, by the way, with Argariel, I just remind you, half of the booklet is in English, but honestly, it's one or two keywords. There's really not much, in it. And the only book that was written about it is in French. So the Earthbound Oracle created by Andrew Liam Swartz. 50 card oracle deck, and it's the kind of oracle deck I like. It looks like nothing, once again, as I was saying, they didn't put 20 archangels in to sell the deck. So I asked my guide, but in what field, which way shall I go? And I pulled two cards. So I remind you my first two cards, and then I pull these two, and they go so well together. I'm so happy about it. And the first card is the cycle one, and it's the Ouroboros with the moon phases. and the lemniscate. Where is it here? You see here the lemniscate. Okay, and the second one is Earth. So, moon phases, straight away I thought about the work I'm doing with Sylvia Pancaro with the moon coaching on Facebook. We're now in the Leo month, and it will be my 11th month with her. So I'm gonna finish the cycle, and that's what it's telling me, full cycle. When I get to the Virgo month next month, it's gonna be 1 year with her. So it's telling me when the cycle is done next month, and but then it's infinite, isn't it? It's infinity. This Ouroboros. So when one cycle finishes, the next one will start. So I can start then a new cycle, bringing some. This is to me the feminine sign triangle with a mountain. So with a lot of air around. So it's stone and air. And you can see here there's a kind of limit here, so it's bringing down, and there's this bone. So what is bone? Bone means structure to me. So it's I will work in my new cycle, right? I will work on putting a structure to my guidance that I receive from my inspiration, from my clear vision, from my guides, from my creativity, from life, from you, because all of you on YouTube inspire me. I know how time consuming this is. From the viewers, from people who live, from everything, bring everything down to a structure, and then once it's in a structure, then I can share it. So this was my answer, and honestly it spoke more to me than the fifth ray of light, whatever. So each to their own. As I said, Elena Fairchild made my one of my soul oracles, so I'm not knocking her down. I'm just saying that the art doesn't quite match. Something is not quite right for me, right? It's the sequence is not right for me, and if the sequence is not right, I can't use it. But then it pushes me to go other ways which are less obvious for meditation deck or spiritual decks, or it pushes me in other ways that don't say here's the ray, here's the light, here's the but are more obscure, let's say, not because they don't have any light, but because they don't want to be in fashion that much, really, and get some profound messages. So I hope this inspired you to have another look at some decks, maybe that are not popular right now, but that can give you really good messages. And please leave a message below. I will link the two videos, one from Courtney, one from Maha, below, so you can have a look of the different opinions about the decks, Elena Fairchild's decks. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.